Thank you, Courtney. This would be the point where some people say, good luck, Toronto. Our man Drew Kozub is on location today. He's spending a little time at St. Mary's Nursery looking at options for you when it comes to Mother's Day, because Drew, we hear more and more moms not only want to get out in the garden, but they want to spend time with the kids who say Happy Mother's Day.
You know what? It is a really important thing to include the whole family in the gardening process. And we've got some great things, especially for that when we go into fairy gardening. But for the heavy work to make sure that the garden is prepped, this is a good job for the grown-ups. And I've got some good ideas on how to make it fun and that you don't hurt yourself.
Okay, what do we got to do? I'm assuming we start off with those fancy gloves.
Yeah, you know what? Ideally, you want to have 3 different kinds of gloves. See how these ones have a bit of a longer sleeve to them?
Right.
This is going to protect my arm when I'm digging into the rose bushes, which is actually the first thing that we're going to be showing you about. So that way, look, Mom. Oh, I just got, I went a little bit higher than the glove. Whoops. So just be careful. Then you got these guys. This is going to be if you're doing some work with trees. So you need to have a little bit more durability and strength. And then for fashion and breathability, maybe it's time to plant those flowers in the garden. You want something elegant, beautiful, but breathable.
Very nice. Some good options for Mom.
Good options for Mom, but Jeremy, I think that you could work these pretty well too.
You know what? I'm really more of a summer colors, but yeah, I could work the spring colors.
Okay, don't worry. Well, at St. Mary's Nursery, they got all the accessories, all the colors, so you'll find something that suits your taste. But let's talk about this rose bush. Carla from St. Mary's Nursery, you're going to be giving us great tips all season long on Breakfast Television, and it all begins with let's get things into shape and ready to go.
Yeah, spring is here and ready to go. Right now we have a lot of trees, shrubs in our garden that need a little bit of maintenance. Things are starting to show that there's buds on it. This one we brought out of dormancy right now, but when you're looking at it, we're pruning things up, shaping them, and giving them a little bit more life. So you can see definitely this is where we're going to do some pruning.
Yeah, I've got some dead things going on here.
Yeah, there's some dead stuff that's happening down through here. So definitely you would be pruning out some of these twigs that are in through here, taking some of that one's got the tag on it. But you want to clear it out, especially on roses, because you want to give them some life. And you want to clear out the dead stuff. And the reason why we're clearing out some of the dead stuff too is because we don't want to add disease to it. So we'll eliminate that, go through it, and just clean it up.
So getting rid of that dead stuff is going to make a healthier, happier rose bush.
Definitely, definitely. And when we're looking at it, this is when you want to shape it. You can give it some shapes, do your outward cuts at your modes, so that it gives it air, because you want good circulation around your roses.
And with roses, it's okay to just cut and snip and leave it to heal itself?
Yes,
okay.
Especially because it's a small point. Then we get into other shrubs, and where we're into other shrubs, this is like a Diablo, Potentillas, Spireas, and you can generally say, some people say it's getting a little bit out of hand, what do I do? Basically, with these guys, and this is where I'm going to get a little severe, take a look at the size of your string, and you can actually,
Whoa, Carla, careful!
We're taking 1/3 of this branch, of this shrub down, because we're finding that it's getting too big for the spot that we're at, and now we just lowered it up. It's going to cause more flushing and more branching to come through here. Nicer shape.
So even though we lopped off the top, this is going to help the shrub overall. We don't have to be too careful. Just get it to height, whatever you like, and it's safe to do.
This is pruning and shearing.
All right, let's check out this lilac bush, because we want our lilacs to look beautiful. And you said that there's something we need to look for in this area. What's happening here that's bad?
What's happening here? There, you see some cross branching. This is where I'm going to give you some wind motion here. If I get some wind motion, you're going to eventually it could open up the bark on there. So if you see on your trees that there is cross branching like this, is going to cause some rubbing. You can actually go into there, take it out, and it's going to make it a healthier stem.
Yeah.
We don't want any diseases or bugs going in there.
Because that rubbing would be like if we open up our skin and then like dirt and disease would get in there.
But you see how the buds are happening on here? There's certain trees that you don't want to be pruning right now, okay? This one I just showed you on, it's a lilac, but I showed you because of the cross branching. I can't bring a huge tree in here right now. But lilacs right now are blooming, and they bloom off of the new wood. So if I prune this now, I'm gonna eliminate my blooms. And I brought one of these in here right now so you can see it's already your spring bloomer.
Gotcha.
So if it's a spring blooming shrub, you wanna make sure you're pruning after it's finished blooming in the season that it's in.
So be a little bit patient with those guys.
Be a little bit patient. And maples, trees, you don't want to be doing any of your maples too, because it will just end up bleeding.
Yeah, you don't want all that sap to run out. Okay,
yeah.
Carla, you know what? We've got so many great tips to show you. So a little bit later on today, we're going to go into the spruce area, how to safely remove the browns, and some of the tools that make the job a lot easier for you. But if you need to pick up something for Mother's Day, if you need to get your garden in shape, St. Mary's is the place to do it. Get all the details on our website at breakfasttelevision.ca. Plenty more garden tips still to come this morning on BT.
JT's Green Thumb, brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery, every Wednesday morning on Breakfast Television.